drug acting on autonomous nervous system. Just we will start with the introduction and then we will proceed with the next part. See, this is our nervous system, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Now, our body nervous system is divided into two major subdivisions: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. You just see that this brain and the spinal cord that comes under the category or that comes under the division central nervous system, and the nerves which are coming out from your spinal cord, they are comes under peripheral nervous system. See, you can see here nervous system is divided into central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system are all nervous tissue outside the central nervous system. Now this peripheral nervous system, it is further divided two major classes into two major classes: autonomous nervous system, which controls the involuntary or autonomic function, and somatic nervous system, which controls the motor function or voluntary movements. Now, see the difference between these two systems. Autonomous nervous system, the name suggests automatic. This is a automatic system and it controls the involuntary movement. Okay. Now, first we have to see what is involuntary movement and what is voluntary movement. Now, involuntary movements means the movements that we can't control. Okay. The movements that we can't control. That is not controlled by our willpower. That is not controlled by our willpower are the involuntary movements. So what are they? We will see in next slide. And somatic system which controls the voluntary movements. Now you can see this, my hand, you can see here. Now this movement is the voluntary movement. This movement is the voluntary movement. Walking, running is the voluntary movement. Okay. Then moving of hands, okay, moving of your body will be a voluntary movement. Okay. But now if you want to know about the involuntary movement, if you want to know about the involuntary movement, then you cannot stop your eyelid blinking. Can you? You cannot stop eyelid blinking. Okay, your eyelids will be blinked at every some seconds, right? Okay, again your respiration, you cannot stop that. Your digestion, you cannot stop that. Your heartbeat, you cannot stop that. That are involuntary movements. That are involuntary movements that we cannot control by our willpower. That is comes under the autonomic nervous system. Now this autonomic nervous system, that is further divided into sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Now you can see that this sympathetic nervous system which will be prepare you for the fighting or flighting. Okay, so it will be prepare you for any emergency condition, any emergency condition. And this parasympathetic will be the conservative one, means it will feed or breed to you. Okay, so in detail of these two systems we have to see in the next slides. Okay, so this is the classification of nervous system. Nervous system classified into CNS and PNS, which will further classified into ANS, autonomous nervous system, and SNS, that is somatic nervous system. And autonomic nervous system is further classified into sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Next, now you can see the voluntary movements here. Now these are the voluntary movements. Can you see this? These are the voluntary movements. Now you can see these are the involuntary movements. Okay, you can see the dilation of pupil, okay, constriction of pupil, okay, eyelid blinking, your digestion. These movements you cannot control. Okay, rapid heartbeat. So these are the involuntary movements. Okay, you can see these are the involuntary movements. This movement we cannot control. These movements we cannot control. So these are involuntary movements. So that involuntary movements will be, means that is under the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system. Okay, so the whatever the response of this system is autonomic. Okay, it is automatic, we can say automatic response will be there, and these cannot be controlled by our willpower. Okay, so these are the involuntary movements. Next, now we will see the sympathetic and parasympathetic difference. Now these system, as we see in that, these are coming out from the spinal cord. Now the origin will be in the spinal cord, the origin will be in the dorsolumbar region, in the lumbar region, that is from the T1 thoracic vertebra to the lumbar 2 or 3 vertebra. Then the parasympathetic, that is the origin of this is craniosacral, means it originate in the cranial, from the cranium. Okay, and it also originate from the sacral region. Okay, below region. Now आपण जर स्पायनल कॉर्ड बघितला तर that will originate from the spinal region, sorry, cranial region. Then thoracic vertebrae are there, lumbar vertebrae are there, sacrum, okay, and coccyx is there. Okay, so it has cranial sacral origin. Now the distribution of sympathetic nervous system is wide, and for parasympathetic it is restricted to your head, neck, and your trunk. Ganglia. Now here there is a presence of ganglia that we will be discussed later. Okay, so these ganglia, they are away from the organ supplied, and in case of parasympathetic they are on or close to the organ, that we will see. Now because of this ganglia, the nerve which will divide nerve of the sympathetic and parasympathetic system, they are get divided into two nerves, which are the pre-ganglionic nerve fiber and post-ganglionic nerve fiber. Now in case of post-ganglionic, means the nerve fiber which will coming out from the ganglia, okay, and supplied to the effector organ, that is postganglionic nerve fiber, that is long in case of sympathetic, and in case of parasympathetic it is short. Now the pre and post fiber ratio, now the pre fiber is very less than the post fiber, you can see here, but here almost it is similar. Now the neurotransmitter which is released during the sympathetic stimulation is always it is noradrenaline. Neurotransmitter responsible for sympathetic action is noradrenaline. And the neurotransmitter responsible for parasympathetic nervous system is acetylcholine. The neurotransmitter which is responsible for parasympathetic nervous system is acetylcholine. Now the duration of action. Now duration of action of this sympathetic is long and wider, and for parasympathetic it is rapidly destroyed. It is rapidly destroyed. Now the major function, you can see here the function, it will tackle the stress and emergency condition. It will tackle the stress and emergency condition. And the parasympathetic nervous system, it will be for the assimilation of food. It will be for the assimilation of food and conservation of energy, and conservation of energy. So these are the functions of sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. You can see here that here you can see the nervous animation. Okay, it will get stimulated, it will send a message here, and here there is a release of neurotransmitter, and that will produce the response. You can see here a detail and how this stimulus is transferred from one cell to another, how it is transferred because of the exchange of ions, and there is a generation of action potential. Now the action potential is generated because of the exchange of ions, because of exchange of ions. Now the ions which are involved in the generation of action potential is sodium ions, chloride minus ions, Cl minus ions, and calcium plus plus ions. Also the potassium ions are also responsible. Okay, so these ions, by the exchange or by the entry and exit of these ions, that may leads to stimulate that nerve, or that will leads to stimulate that cell, and that will generate an action potential, and that action potential will be propagated throughout the nerve. So this is the normal animation or the normal concept of your how the nerve impulse is how the nerve impulse is generated and how it is get propagated. Means, okay, if you have a scratch on your hand, if you have a scratch on your hand, okay, so here because of the scratching, because of the scratching, what will happen, the nociceptive receptors, okay, the pain receptors which are present here, they will get stimulated, and they will generate an impulse that will send through the nerve to your spinal cord, to your spinal cord, and that from that spinal cord it will go to the central nervous system, especially in the hypothalamus region, especially in the hypothalamus region, where the pain sensation will be analyzed, or the pain sensation will be perceived. Okay, and according to that intensity of pain, the direction will be given by your brain to your body, and then from that you can remove your hand from there, that place. Okay, so this is the normal way of how the impulse is generated, how it is get propagated, how it will get perceived in the brain, and then the action replay or the action plan of your body against that obnoxious, we can say, obnoxious stimulus. Okay, so this is about the how the impulse is conducted. Next, now you can see the nerve which are coming in parasympathetic and sympathetic. They already that we have discussed. Now here this one is your, this one is your spinal cord. So from that the nerves are coming out. Now in case of sympathetic, the preganglionic, you can see this is the preganglionic fiber. This is the preganglionic fiber. Now preganglionic fiber is short, and here in case of parasympathetic it is long. Okay, so ultimately exactly opposite, the post ganglionic fiber is short in case of parasympathetic nervous system, and in case of sympathetic nervous system it is long, it is long. So now this one is the ganglia. This one is the ganglia, and in this ganglia there is a presence of nicotinic receptor, and here the in the ganglia the neurotransmitter which is released in a case of sympathetic nervous system as well as parasympathetic nervous system. In both the cases, in the ganglia there is a release of acetylcholine. There is a release of acetylcholine. Now the next part, no next part now in case of sympathetic nervous system, in case of sympathetic nervous system, now this sympathetic nervous system, uh, here there is a release of noradrenaline or norepinephrine. Noradrenaline or norepinephrine, हे दोन्ही नाव सेमच आहेत. Okay, so this is the neurotransmitter which is released by your postganglionic fiber at the end of postganglionic fiber, and that neurotransmitter is noradrenaline in case of sympathetic nervous system, but in case of parasympathetic nervous system it is acetylcholine. It is acetylcholine in both the cases, that is ganglia and postganglia or on the effector organ. Now here this red one is the effector organ. Now what will be the possible effector organ? Okay, now here in case of parasympathetic nervous system, in case of parasympathetic nervous system, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle and glands are the possible effector organ, and here in sympathetic nervous system, heart, blood vessel and skeletal muscle are the possible effector organ here. Okay, so now on these effector organ there are the presence of receptor, there are the presence of receptor and these neurotransmitter that will bind to that receptor and produces their effect. Now in the case of sympathetic nervous system there are presence of adrenergic receptors. Now these adrenergic receptors are alpha and beta receptor. Now this alpha and beta receptors they are further subdivided into alpha 1 receptor and alpha 2 receptor, and the beta receptor is further subclassified into beta 1 receptor, beta 2 receptor and beta 3 receptor. Okay, so these are the adrenergic receptors which are present in the sympathetic nervous system. And in case of parasympathetic system, the receptors which are involved here are of two types. First type is muscarinic receptor, and the second type is nicotinic receptor. Second type is nicotinic receptor. Now the muscarinic receptor they are subdivided into M1, M2, M3, M4 and M5 muscarinic receptors are present. These are the subtypes of muscarinic receptor. And the nicotinic receptor, now this nicotinic receptor they are divided into two subclasses. First is NM receptor, NM receptor and NN receptor, that we will see later. Okay, so NN receptor they are present in the ganglia, and NM receptor they are present on the skeletal muscle. They are present on the skeletal muscle. That M stands for muscle and N stands for nicotinic receptor. Okay, so these are the different receptors involved in autonomous nervous system. Next, the same thing which is elaborated here, that sympathetic nervous system, the in the ganglia you can see the preganglionic fiber is very small as compared to the parasympathetic nervous system. Here the postganglionic fiber is very long in sympathetic system than in case of parasympathetic system. So by knowing this we can say that the ganglia which are present in parasympathetic system they are near to your effector organ. They are near to your effector organ, and the ganglia which is present in the sympathetic nervous system, they are away from your effector organ. Now these are the effector organ. Now the sympathetic system that will release the noradrenaline at cardiac muscle, at smooth muscle, and at glands. But now here is some exception, that at the sympathetic nerve ending, acetylcholine is released, where in the smooth muscle of certain blood vessels in the skin and skeletal muscle and sweat gland. So the sympathetic nervous sympathetic nerve which are supplied to the certain blood vessels and skin and skeletal muscle, as well as to the sweat gland, where there there is a release of acetylcholine. There is a release of acetylcholine. So this is the only exception. In all other part, there is a release of noradrenaline. But in case of parasympathetic nervous system, here always the postganglionic neurotransmitter is or the neurotransmitter which is responsible for the action in case of parasympathetic nervous system, it is always acetylcholine. You have to keep in mind, it is always acetylcholine. Next. Okay, so you can see the autonomic nervous system response. Now the yes of sympathetic nervous system is responsible for stress, and that will prepare you for fight or flight, fight or flight. Now if you want to observe the action of this sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system, now this is for the peace. P is for the peace, which will helpful in resting and digestion purpose, resting and digestion purpose. Now you can see the response of sympathetic system that may be occur, that is normally present in your body, and how this sympathetic system will prepare you for the fighting or flighting condition. Very I will tell you a small story so that you can understand about what do you mean, or what is the exact function of sympathetic nervous system. Now just you can imagine that in the evening, in the evening, you have to you are going alone. It is around 10 o'clock and you are going alone, and uh,
Kok menaik ya?
okay, so
Kan dia semuanya keras nanti kan?
who is there, who is talking?
Kalau kan video sial naik. Orang video sial naik lah. Dah nanti lagi lah. Itu sekarang murukai mana lah seniak tak tahu.
Lakshman Papar, close your audio. Lakshman Papar. Okay. So where we are, that a very small story that we have to finish here, that in the evening 10 o'clock you are going alone, and again the light is very dim, and you have some fear in your mind, and just you just open your videos. We can talk. You just open your videos quickly, quickly. So I want to see your videos. Okay, so see what happened if you saw a snake there. What will happen? What will happen if you saw a snake there? Okay, at night 10 o'clock. Okay, and that is very small light is there, and you suddenly saw a snake there. So what will be your reaction? What will be your reaction? Can anybody tell me? Okay.
I
See.
will run, sir.
Yes. So that is the flighting away. That is the flighting away. Okay. Your mind will decide what to do, what is not to do, and suddenly, without thinking of anything, you will run away from there. You will run away from there. Right? Okay. So that at that time, what happens to your body? Normally, when you have not seen that snake, you have just eaten your food. Okay, so you are heavy in weight. ओके, जेवण झाल्यानंतर काय होतं, जरा सुस्तावतं माणूस. बरोबर आहे? बरोबर आहे? हा, टॉक टू मी. बरोबर आहे ना? जेवण झाल्यावर थोडं सुस्तावतं.
Yes, sir.
अंधारात चाटपडत चाटपडत चाललाय तुम्ही. बरोबर आहे? पण पळत जाताना तुम्हाला तो अंधार सुद्धा दिसत नाही. सगळं क्लिअर कट दिसेल. राईट? ओके. ओके. जर तुम्ही साप बघितल्यानंतर पळत जाताना तुम्हाला तो अंधार सुद्धा उजेडासारखा दिसेल आणि सगळ्या वाटा व्यवस्थित दिसतील आणि तुम्ही जोपर्यंत तुमचं घर गाठत नाही, तुमचं रूम गाठत नाही, तोपर्यंत पळत राहताल. बरोबर आहे? जे की जेवण झाल्यामुळं तुम्ही सुस्तावलेले होतात, ती सुस्ती कुठे गेली? गायब झाली. बरोबर आहे की नाही? गायब झाली. ती सुस्ती गायब झाली. ओके. आणि तुम्हाला पळण्याची, त्या पळण्यासाठी लागणारी जी एनर्जी आहे, पळण्यासाठी लागणारे जे हार्टबीट आहे, जे एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट आहे, ते सर्व देण्याचं काम कोण करतंय? तर हे सिम्पॅथॅटिक सिस्टीम करते. पहिली गोष्ट म्हणजे जेव्हा तुम्ही सडनली अशी काही गोष्ट पाहाल, तर काय होईल? एक धस होतंय. ओके. इन युअर चेस्ट. ओके. समथिंग, असं एखादं मोठं काहीतरी एकदम धस झाल्यासारखं होतंय की नाही? यू कॅन ऑब्झर्व दीज ऑब्झर्वेशन इन यू ऑल्सो. जर एकदम असं काही झालं तर छातीस धस होतंय की नाही? येस ऑर नो? येस ऑर नो?
Yes, sir.
हा,
Yes, sir.
येस.
Yes, sir.
असा अनुभव आलाय बऱ्याच लोकांना? आलाय?
हो, sir. आलाय, sir.
ओके, आलाय ना? So that is because of stimulation of your sympathetic system. Okay, your noradrenaline is running hardly. Okay, it is running tremendously at high rate. That is because of the um, we can say a big dose of adrenaline is provided to your heart. Big dose of adrenaline by your body will be provided to your heart, so that your heart rate is increased. Your rate of heart rate increases, force of contraction increases, so that the your blood pressure will increase, and the high blood pressure that will provide the blood to your different body part as quickly as possible, and especially to your skeletal muscle, that will help you in the further energy consumption by your skeletal muscle to run away from there, to run away from there. Okay. Okay. So this is because of the sympathetic system. ओके. अँड जे अंधार तुम्हाला जिथं होत होता, पण तुम्हाला ज्यावेळेस ॲड्रेनालिनचा डोस मिळाला, that will leads to dilation of pupil, that will leads to dilation of pupil, and you can see clearly in the dark condition also, in the dark condition also. Okay, so that sympathetic system will prepare you for the fight or flight purpose. It will prepare to manage your stress. It will prepare to manage your stress. Okay, but now when you come back to your room or to your house, what will happen? Your heart rate is increased. Okay, your respiratory system rate is increased, so that will be becoming normal. Okay, there will be some tear in your eyes, there will be some uh, liquid in your nose. Okay, that is whatever the damage, we can say damage, whatever the damage which is done by the sympathetic nervous system to fight or to flight away from that situation, that can be recovered, that can be recovered by the parasympathetic system. घरी आल्यानंतर तुमचा हार्ट रेट कमी होणार आहे, तुमची दाब कमी होणार आहे, तुमच्या डोळ्यातले पाणी वगैरे ते हळूहळू यायला लागेल. कारण कारण ऑलरेडी त्याला ट्रेस मिळालेला आहे. ओके, आणि देर इज अ कनेक्शन बिटवीन युअर आय अँड नोज. सो द नोज इज हॅव्हिंग ऑल्सो. बघा तुम्ही कुठलाही तुम्ही एखाद्या अशा इमर्जन्सी कंडिशन मधनं बाहेर पडल्यानंतर तुमचं नाक फुसफुसतं का नाही, तुमच्या डोळ्यातनं पाणी येतं की नाही. पाणी म्हणजे स्मॉल अमाऊंट, मी रडतंय असं म्हणत नाहीये. रडणं वेगळं आणि डोळ्यातनं पाणी येणं वेगळं. सो these observation you can do on yourself also, and these are the functions of sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. What are the exact functions and all, that we will see in the tomorrow's class. Okay, because we have very less time now, and by tomorrow this will be directly a video discussion. Okay, because I have to see your faces, I have to see that whether you are understanding or not. You just think of such emergency condition. मी अशी एक कंडिशन तुम्हाला सांगितली, अजून अशीच एखादी भांडणं आहे, किंवा तुम्हाला एकदा क्लासमध्ये बसल्या बसल्या मागणं एखाद्याने टोचवलं, तर व तुमची काय भांडण्याची रिॲक्शन होईल. किंवा तुम्हाला तुमचे कुठेतरी एकदम सडनली भांडणं झालेत किंवा सडनली ऍक्सिडेंट झाला, तर तुमच्या बॉडीमध्ये काय काय चेंजेस होतात, ते चेंजेस सिम्पॅथॅटिक नर्वस सिस्टीम करते. आणि एकदा का ती इमर्जन्सी कंडिशन होऊन जाईल, एकदा का ती इमर्जन्सी कंडिशन मध्ये ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही बाहेर पडाल, ज्यावेळेस तुमच्या बॉडीला कळेल की आता तुम्ही सेफ आहात, त्यावेळेस तुमची पॅरासिम्पॅथॅटिक सिस्टीम डॉमिनेट होईल. याच्यावरून तुम्हाला एक गोष्ट लक्षात आली असेल, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system, they will run anti to each other. Anti to each other, लक्षात येतंय का बघा. ओके, जे काय सिम्पॅथॅटिक नर्वस सिस्टीमचे इफेक्ट आहेत, जे काय सिम्पॅथॅटिक नर्वस सिस्टीमचे इफेक्ट आहेत, एक्झॅक्टली अपोजिट पॅरासिम्पॅथॅटिक नर्वस सिस्टीमचे इफेक्ट असणार आहेत. ओके, नाहीतर एकदाच्या इमर्जन्सी कंडिशन मधनं ज्यावेळेस तुमचं हार्टबीट वाढलेलं असेल, ते हार्टबीट परत नॉर्मल नाही आलं तर काय होईल, ते यावंच लागेल. नाहीतर तुम्ही कायम ते हार्टबीट तुमच्या बरोबर राहील. बरोबर आहे ना. तुम्ही पळा लागले की तुमचं हार्टबीट वाढतं, पण तुम्ही थांबल्यानंतर ते रिकव्हर व्हायला पाहिजे. दॅट रिकव्हरी विल बी डन बाय पॅरासिम्पॅथॅटिक सिस्टीम. दॅट रिकव्हरी विल बी डन बाय पॅरासिम्पॅथॅटिक nervous system. The next part we will see in next class. Okay, if you have any problem, you can talk with me through your through WhatsApp or through uh, Google Classroom. Okay, I will give you the answer. The next part we will see in